Hello and welcome to this episode of The Path of Purpose. This is actually the first episode, so really great to have you listening. My name is Julian Rose, and I'm the host here. And really, this podcast is dedicated to healing, transformation, and spirituality, all in service of helping men who are seeking more to answer that call to step into their purpose, to actualize their potential, and really live life that they were meant to live. And I'm going to share a little bit in this first episode of my story, because I've been on what I consider to be the path of purpose for about 10 years now. And it really started when my mom passed away. She had breast cancer. I was about 22 years old when I found out she was diagnosed. And then about 13 months later, she passed away. And I share that with you because actually at around age 23, I had the gift, also the curse, but the gift of something that shattered my worldview. I had this person I loved very much who died out of nowhere, and it just kind of shook myself, shook my attachments. And the curse was, it was really painful. I was spiraled into a deep depression. I really didn't have a lot of inner skills and tools to cope with that. The good news was it created such a deep pain within me that it had me kind of lift my head above water to look at life and really look at what it was all about. Because here I was at a super critical age, right? I was 23. I just graduated college. I was a young man, and I was at this age where it's like, okay, go be something. Go be a productive member of society. Go be a good, hardworking man. Go start the path of the American dream, right? Go work hard and climb the ladder and make money and do all these things. And because I had this big gaping wound from losing my mom, I had this added level of awareness of like, dude, that does not seem like a life well spent. I just had the person I love most in this world die. And what it did, it shook me to my core, but it also gave me the gift of wider awareness of how short life is, of how precious life is, of how unpredictable life is, of how really there's no real such thing as absolute security. There's no such thing as the safe path, right? Things can change in a moment. Things can change in an instant. And so really quickly at a super young age, I kind of saw the system and how I knew it wasn't going to work. I was like, wait a minute, you want me to work this job that I don't like, contributing to a cause that I don't really care about? It was a software sales job, a marketing software sales job. There's nothing inherently bad or wrong with marketing software, but I was like, for me personally, I was like, listen, I don't care about this. I don't care about the cause. And the big thing that you're incentivizing me with, money, this little carrot that you're dangling, what good is money to me if I don't enjoy the path I'm on? What good is money to me if I don't believe in where I'm investing my time and energy as a human being? What good are these prizes and these distractions if I don't have a soul that feels alive at the end of the day? And so really quickly at age 23, age 24, I had the gift of being like, this ain't going to work. This ain't going to work. And if you look at society as a whole, especially in America, right, we live in a society of dangling carrots at the end of the stick. Like, hey, work more, you'll get this money, you'll acquire the symbols of achievement, then you'll be happy, then you'll be good, then you'll be okay. Just keep going, just get a bigger house, just get a nicer car, just get more security, just get more stuff, just climb higher on the ladder, just achieve more. And here's the thing, inherently, there's nothing bad or wrong about growth and achievement. Those things aren't inherently bad in themselves. But in our society, in our system, they're used as this perpetual carrot on the stick that says, don't worry, don't question this. Don't worry that your soul is dying. Just keep going. Just keep working. Just keep achieving. It'll make sense at the end. And then, look at how unhealthy our culture is, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. It doesn't work. And so fortunately and unfortunately, because my mom died and shook my world at such a young age, I got to see the path and kind of see the system and see that it didn't work. And so I made a decision in my early 20s, like, listen, I don't care if this is the less secure path. I don't care if this is the less traditional path. I'm just going to follow my soul. as hippy dippy as that sounds, I'm like, I'm going to do what I'm feeling called to do. I'm going to help where I feel called to help. And I'm going to just do my best and hope that the universe supports me in doing that. And I made that decision about 10 years ago. And I can tell you, as I sit here now in sunny San Diego with a beautiful wife and a lovely baby on the way, doing work that I absolutely love in my bones, in my core, having helped change the life and trajectory of over 500 men in the last 7 years through coaching and retreats and healing work and facilitation work and mentorship, I can tell you that it's been worth it. I can tell you that for me personally, the path of purpose has been worth it. It has been rewarding in ways that my words don't describe, in ways that my words can't describe, because when it comes to the soul's aliveness, words are just the fingers pointing, but you can't really capture what the fingers are pointing to. And so that's why I decided to dedicate my life to men's transformation and men's healing. And that's also why I started this podcast, is to give men the tools to chart their own path following their soul's purpose, because currently the social paradigm in the system we live in isn't really built around that. Again, it's built around being a good cog in this machine. And again, I don't want to sound anti-capitalist. I don't want to sound conspiracy theorist, because that's really, I don't think that's the most helpful thing to worry about. But I am saying we got to be real. We got to be real. The system is not set up to feed the soul. The system is set up to perpetuate consumer culture. And I'm speaking about in America, right? And as a man, again, there's nothing wrong with being a good provider. There's nothing wrong with doing well financially. However, if we don't zoom out and see holistically what's going on, we're going to work ourselves into a place of unfulfillment and mentally not know why and suffer. And then we project that suffering either inward onto ourselves, and then our mental health gets wacky, or we project that suffering outward onto our families or onto the world or onto our communities. And that doesn't serve anybody either. So if you're a man and you're like, listen, I've worked hard, I've built a decent life, but there's got to be more. There's got to be more. There's got to be something deeper. There's got to be something more alive, more. This universe has to be alive. This universe can't be a cold, dead universe, and it's my job to just wake up, do work, make money, eat food, watch TV, and go to bed. You're in good company. There are hundreds of thousands of men waking up to these realities, just like you are. And so this podcast is dedicated to men like you. This podcast is dedicated to men like you. And so I just wanted to share my story. I wanted to share that it has absolutely been worth it. I want to share that it has not always been easy. So I have utilized mentors, teachers, groups, spiritual masters, plant medicine, spiritual communities, brotherhood, men's groups. I've utilized a lot of help, because that's the way the game is designed. The game is not designed to play it by yourself. The game is not designed to hold it all inside and figure it out by yourself. Even though, again, we live in a society that really, I would say, puts on a pedestal the ability to just to just hold it all inside and do it all yourself. We kind of idolize that. But again, on a big scale, it really doesn't work. We were made to collaborate. As men, we were made to act in tribe. As men, we were made to lift one another up and also be lifted up by one another when we need it. Guilt, pride, and shame do not serve a man's journey to purpose. Guilt, shame, pride, they don't serve a man's journey to wholeness and happiness. They just don't. They don't work. They keep us separated from ourselves, and they keep us separated from one another. They keep us separated from our brothers. They keep us separated from our purpose. They keep us separated from real love. So if you are a man on the path of purpose, dude, please, please, please keep listening. I have plenty more episodes here for you. And please like, please subscribe, please share. And again, this episode was really just about, hey, here's who I am, here's why I built this, and here's why I talk about what I talk about. And then from here on out, I'm going to be talking about it either with myself or with an amazing guest. So, dude, I would really love to hear from you in the comment section. Again, please like, please subscribe. It is my mission to help guys like you. And keep tuning in, because we got plenty more amazing episodes coming with that will have a little more meat and potatoes to them. This one again was just an intro to let you know who I am and what I'm about. So I'll talk to you soon, my friend, and have a beautiful day.